Hey guys, what is going on? Steven back again. So Game of Thrones is going to be filming multiple endings to try to avoid spoilers. Now this is what GameSpot says. To help avoid spoilers for the highly anticipated Season 8 finale, the producers are going to shoot two endings, so the cast and crew won't even know which one is real. Now I heard it could be more than that, I heard it could be 3 or 4, but either way, it will be more than one. Now continuing on, HBO programming boss Casey Bloys confirmed as much during an event at Bethlehem College this week. I know in Game of Thrones, the ending, they're going to shoot multiple versions so that nobody really know what happens, Bloys said according to The Morning Call. You have to do that on a long show, because when you're shooting something, people know. So they're going to shoot multiple versions so that there is no real definitive answer until the end. Now it continues on saying, this is not unprecedented. As the site points out, different multiple endings were shot for shows like The Sopranos and Breaking Bad. What it means is that only a very, very small pool of people will know how Game of Thrones will end. So it could be that major cast members are watching at home not knowing their character's fate or the story's conclusion. Now, according to Entertainment Weekly, HBO hasn't officially commented on how many endings of Game of Thrones it may shoot or the reason for them. But Bloys is in charge of HBO programming, so presumably he would know. And of course, Game of Thrones Season 8 is reported due to enter production in October, which I will be covering. If there is any type of pictures and stuff like that, I will be doing filming update videos, kind of like what I do with The Walking Dead and stuff like that. So I will be doing that. With the show's 6 episodes, all of which could be as long as a movie, and of course due out in 2018 or 2019. No confirmation yet. But yeah, very interesting, very cool that they're going to be filming multiple endings. We will have to keep an eye on these. If spoilers do start to come out, we will have to keep an eye on these. I know there have been leaked scripts and stuff like that, which turned out to be fake and stuff like that, because I did read them, and yeah, so many things about that were just way off. They were fighting the Night King, and then the Night King just vanishes. We don't even know how he was defeated or anything like that. So there were way too many plot holes. There was no mention of Azor Ahai or anything like that. There was nothing about Lightbringer. So I mean, if you read that script and stuff like that, that leaked script, that was totally fake and stuff like that. But like I said, there was way too many plot holes in that. But either way, we will have to keep an eye on this. I'm sure they're probably going to do fake scripts as well, just in case. That is my guess. So, we'll have to be on the lookout for that too. Because, if they only do the one script, either way, that will ruin the ending. Even if you film multiple endings, if your script says one thing, there it is. But yeah, either way, we'll have to keep an eye on that. It'll be interesting to see what kind of endings they film. Like I said, we will have to keep an eye out for what endings were seen, filmed and stuff like that, because I'm sure people are going to be watching and stuff like that. So if we see Gendry and Brienne getting married or something like that, that will be a little bit of a red flag. Two characters who never even met each other, getting married and stuff like that. So we'll have to keep an eye on things like that. But I'm not sure if they're going to try to keep the endings believable. I don't know, maybe Jon ends up on the Iron Throne, or Jon and Dany end up getting married. Or Dany ends up on the Iron Throne, something that is actually believable and not Arya is sitting on the Iron Throne, something like, wait a minute, that's not something Arya would do, she would never wear a dress, like she said before, that's not me, that's not what I do and stuff like that. So, if we see strange things like that, we can pretty much rule out, that being an actual ending, because I mean, that would not make sense and stuff like that. But, yeah, I have a feeling they're probably going to keep the endings, as believable as possible and stuff like that. So either way, one thing I do hope is on the Blu-ray and stuff like that, I hope they actually do release those, because I think that'd be pretty cool. I'd actually like to see, whatever endings they did not go with and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Sounds interesting. Now, there is one other little thing I do want to cover. As you know, Game of Thrones has been in pre-production and stuff like that for, I don't know, like a month now. I know Game of Thrones has entered pre-production while Season 7 was still on the air. And we do have one picture, at least. It's not really much of spoilers, but here it is right here. This is one of the studios. Let's see if I can find the information. Yeah, here we go. Pre-production for Season 8 of Game of Thrones has been underway for several weeks, with crews working at Belfast, Ireland, before the Season 7 finale even aired. It appears as though that work is continuing along at a steady pace, and what looks like Dothraki huts spotted this week at Belfast's Titanic Studios. Okay, so according to Los Sait Reynos, I don't know if I said that right, the hut in the pic below appeared on set with two others, one of which is the same size, while the third is much larger. So apparently there is another hut just like this, and there is a third one somewhere around here that is supposedly much larger than this one. Let's see, we can confirm that this is a new, different hut, or the same that was spotted during filming in 2015 for Season 6, as any differences would be attributed to the angles. However, it's interesting that two huts of the same size and a quote-unquote much larger one were seen. Could the larger one belong to Dany, as her army, which includes the Dothraki horde, as they set up camp in the north. We know that she and her new squeeze, Jon Snow, were heading for White Harbor at the end of Season 7 in order to travel to Winterfell, which will presumably serve as base of operations for the battle against the Night King and the Army of the Dead. So, very interesting, just a small little picture. That's all we got. Just a picture of a hut and stuff like that. So it looks like the Dothraki are going to be setting up huts in the north, probably up around Winterfell and stuff like that. Because, like it says, Winterfell is probably going to be the base of operations, against fighting the Night King and stuff like that. But, that's all we got for right now. Filming does not begin until supposedly next month, which I will be keeping an eye out for. If there's any other pictures like this and stuff like that, I will be doing videos on. But yeah, other than that, pretty cool, pretty interesting, multiple endings. Can't wait. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, that'd be awesome. Remember, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You can always follow me on social media. Links are in the description box below. And leave me your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think? How would you guys like to see Game of Thrones end? Let me know in the comment section below how you would like to see the show end. And yeah, other than that, stick around. More videos are on the way. And I will see you guys next time.